Dankeschön für alles. Brandenburg.
Well, the vote today is part of a legal strategy that Tesla has to try to recover from the loss in court in January, where the court found that the options that were granted to Elon Musk as part of a 2018 pay package were not fair to the corporation, so she voided the package. Well, last night he announced on Twitter X that he won the vote, and it's a bit of an overstatement to say that he won. What he really should be saying is, I now have a piece of evidence that I can put before a judge to say that the judge should reinstate my stock option package. This vote is not binding on the court. The stock option package, as it currently stands, has been voided, and they'll be litigating in the Delaware courts for the next few months to see if that will stand as is.
With the resources here, that we can build the Shanghai
Tesla Gigafactory in the world, and arguably one of the most advanced factories in the world.
It's not the case. So right now, the parties are arguing in court about how much the plaintiffs' lawyers should be paid for their work in winning the trial in January. And what the company is going to say, the board's going to say, well, maybe they won in January, but since we went back to the stockholders said it's all okay, given everything they know about the company and what happened at the board at the time. So really, this is all moot, and the court should just dismiss the case, even though it has been through trial. And even if this would be the kind of a strategy that might work, well, for that to work, stockholders have to be fully informed about the process that went behind getting this vote, and they'll challenge that they're not fully informed about the process, to the extent that the independent director was really independent of Musk. She was brought on board specifically to do this. So one can imagine a plaintiff saying, well, she was brought on with this job to get this done. How could she be independent? And then second, they'll say, and the vote has to be free. The stockholders cannot have been coerced. In fact, over the last week and a half or so, the chair of the board said things like, well, if you don't vote in favor of the deal, Elon Musk might walk away from Tesla. Well, that sounds like coercion to me if I'm a stockholder who's maybe has a $10,000, $20,000 invested in a company, and then I'm told that, hey, if I don't vote yes, the value of my stock might go down because Musk might walk away. So the plaintiff stockholders will certainly challenge the validity of the vote.
Can go both?
Yeah.
I don't know. The court's general view in January was that, well, even without the option grant, Elon Musk was the largest single stockholder in the company. The vast majority of his wealth, billions and billions of dollars, was wrapped up in the company. You could give him nothing, and just sitting on his existing equity stake, he'd have lots of incentive to stay there every day and work hard. So the idea that he might walk away and allow the single largest source of his personal wealth to deteriorate, I guess that might happen, but I doubt it.
Thank you very much. So, just right in the camera, please.
In 2018, they said, hey, we need to give him this large package because otherwise he won't be motivated to focus exclusively on this business. He's got other interests. Okay, so they gave him the large package. And then what did he do? He bought Twitter. I think he established like 6 or 7 other companies in the meantime. It certainly has not focused his attention. So the idea that you need to give him this large package in order to focus his attention, I think, is belied by the facts of what actually happened.
Heads up! Hey guys. Elon, how are you?
No. I mean, if she's convinced that, oh yes, this was a free and uncoerced vote of the stockholders, and they had full information when they voted to reapprove, she might say, geez, I guess I was wrong. And to the extent that the business performs in the marketplace, where they're able to sell automobiles, where they're able to get market share, keep market share, and demonstrate that Tesla is a market leader in the EV space, stockholders, particularly institutional stockholders, will put up with a lot. Obviously, the retail fans will put up with even more than that. But when and if things start to turn south, when they run into headwinds like they did the last quarter, you might find institutional stockholders to have a lot less patience. At which point, one might begin to expect to see some changes.
So what this is really intended to do is to encourage innovation in transport technology.